Hello, welcome or welcome back to my channel and welcome to another weekly reading vlog. So today is Monday, April 7th, and I am reading two books, and they are What the River Knows and Red Rising. So obviously I want to get through both of these. I am 26% into this one, and I am actually I think like also 25 or 26% into this one. So I want to, like I said, finish both of these. Red Rising, I would say, is the priority, but I do have the audiobook of this one, so I might like listen to it while I'm, just doing things. So I don't really know, to be honest, like which one I'm gonna finish first, because like this one I'm gonna be focusing like in reading, like with my eyeballs, but this one, like I said, I have the audiobook, so they'll be read in like different sort of situations, basically. But yeah, these are obviously the two books that I want to focus on this week. And this week also, actually tomorrow, a book comes out that is like one of my anticipated releases, which is called Eternity. I think that's what it's called. And it is sci-fi horror. So, I would also love to read that one if I have time after I finish both of these. I would love to read that one because I love the mix of sci-fi and horror. And I'm excited for that book. I mean, I'm excited, but also kind of scared because like the first book I read from the author that was sci-fi and horror, like I loved. I think I gave 4.5 stars. But then the second one, which was also sci-fi and horror, I didn't like love. I think I gave it 3 stars, maybe. I'm not entirely sure, but I didn't like love it. I liked it. It was fine, but I didn't, love it. So yeah, I don't know. I'm excited for it, but I am also, like I said, kind of scared. And in terms of plans for this week, I don't really have any, I don't think. I want to just relax when I can. Like this weekend, I don't have plans. I had plans last weekend, which were great. But I think I don't have plans for this weekend, nor will I. And during the week, I also, just gonna work and read and watch YouTube, which is honestly all that I do. And so yeah, I think that is everything for the intro of this vlog. Those are my reading plans. I don't have plans otherwise. So yeah, welcome to the vlog. Hello, it's Thursday and it's very hot and I am struggling. Like it feels like summer, like the peak of summer, and I was not ready for it. But it's gonna rain and get colder tomorrow once again. So I don't even know like what I prefer, to be honest. I mean, I would rather like tomorrow's temperature, but without the rain, because it sucks to have to walk in the rain, obviously. But yeah, it's been raining a lot this winter, actually, which I mean is not a bad thing, but also I personally don't like the rain. But anyway, I have reading updates. I was gonna update you yesterday because I finished Red Rising yesterday, but I lost track of time, as I always do. So today, like I just finished talking to my parents. I was like, I had to film now, because if I don't film now and I start like getting distracted with other things, I am gonna lose track of time again, and we don't want that to happen. So I finished Red Rising last night, and so this is the first book in the Red Rising series, and it is sci-fi, and we follow Darrow, and in the like society of this world, the society is divided into groups of people that are like assigned different colors. And so the golds are like at the top, they have the most power, they rule basically. And then there are like a bunch of colors like gray, pink, obsidian, brown, I think, more colors that I can't remember right now. And then like at the bottom, there are the reds. and Darrow is a red, and he works at the mines in Mars, supposedly like terraforming the planet for the other colors to go live there, like once it's ready. And he and his wife are actually like caught doing something that is sort of illegal, and so they are both sentenced to death. And he is 16, and he's actually like saved by a group of rebels basically, and like other reds, and but they're like the high reds and the low reds or something like that. And they take Darrow to like another area and show him that like basically everything that he thought was true actually isn't. Like his whole life has been a lie basically. And so they want to, start a revolution, and they want Darrow to infiltrate the golds and basically like destroy them from the inside. And so they spend like a while making him a gold, basically like teaching him how to be a gold, transforming him into a gold so he can infiltrate them. And he goes to like the institute, which is like a school, what did they call it, a command school. And we see him going through that, the school, like the challenges that they have to do. And I liked it, but I didn't love it as much as like I've seen most of the people that I follow loving it, and as I expected to love it, honestly. But yeah, it was fine. It was okay. I was I was interested in the plot, and I was interested in like the society, how it works, learning about it. I did really like that. And it was definitely very action-packed, but I was not like invested in the action, like as in emotionally invested, because I didn't particularly care about the main character. So, I didn't really care about what happened to him or like the people that he cared about. So, like, I was enjoying, but like the stakes for me, particularly, the stakes for the characters were high. Like, for me, emotionally, the stakes weren't very high. But, like, at the end, like the last 3 chapters, I was like getting super invested in it, getting super into it. And the ending definitely got me very excited for like what's to come. And like I know that I want to continue the series because like I definitely see the potential for me to love it. And I feel like in the end I was getting like more invested like in the characters, or like in Darrow specifically. So I am very excited like for the future books. I feel like I am gonna love the series eventually, but this book, like, it was good, it was okay, but it wasn't, I didn't love it. I think I'm gonna give it 3.5 stars, which like isn't bad, but is not, like I said, as good as I was expecting. But yeah, that's it on this book. And then the other book that I was reading, and I am still reading, What the River Knows, I got to 81%. And this one is fantasy, and it's the first in a fantasy duology, I want to say, that I don't know the title of. Secrets of the Nile. I think a duology. At least there are 2 books currently out. And yeah, it's fantasy, and in this one we are following Inez, and she is from Argentina, and she, like, her parents were always like gone, basically. They were almost never like home with her. They were always like in Egypt exploring, and she wanted to go with them, but she was never actually allowed. And now she has, like, in the beginning of the book, she got a letter saying that her parents like had disappeared, and so she finally goes to Egypt to try to figure out what happened to them. And there she like meets with her uncle, who is not, excited for her to be there, and also her, like, a guy that works for her uncle. And she starts like trying to figure out what her parents were like really doing before they disappeared. She starts learning more about them and like some artifacts, like what they were looking for. And like it's going okay, but I'm not loving it. And like I was already not loving it, but then I was like, there's this like really obvious thing that they're, telling me that, like, I'm pretty sure it's not true, and I know what the plot twist is gonna be, and if it's that, it's gonna be so obvious that like I hope it's not that. Because like I wasn't loving the book, and like I'm not like loving the book. I'm enjoying it, it's fine, it's okay, but I'm not loving it. But like, you know, if the plot twist is good, maybe it can change my mind about it. But it was exactly what I was thinking that it was. So, you know, the plot twist wasn't very twisty. So, you know, that didn't help. I read like the plot twist earlier today, and you know, it was exactly what I was predicting. So that wasn't very fun either. And yeah, I don't care at all about the romance, although, as I usually say, that might be like a me problem, not a book problem. So yeah, it's going okay. It's feeling like 3 stars, like 2.75 to be more specific. But I guess if it continues this way, I'll probably give it 3 stars. I don't know. I'm not connecting. I'm not loving it. I don't know. It's whatever. It is what it is. It's going. And yeah, that is what I've read so far. And yesterday, like I said, it's been really hot this whole week. And so yesterday, like me and 2 colleagues, we went to like a place to the terrace to like have some snacks and some drinks. And like that was really fun. We stayed there until like 7:30, I think. So like 2 hours, I think. I think we left. I mean, a little less. I think we left around 6, like work, and then we stayed there until like 7:30, and it was really fun. And it was, like I said, very hot. I'm not being able to deal with this temperature. Like I don't deal well with the heat ever, but you know, I wasn't ready for it this early in the year because it's only the beginning of April. It should not be this hot. It was like almost 30 degrees, which I have no idea what that is in Fahrenheit, but I'm sure Google will tell me. And like, I mean, here it was like 28, I think, but like at my hometown, my mom said it was like 31 or 32 or something crazy like that. So yeah, that's happening, but it's gonna like tomorrow, it's gonna go down like 10 degrees. So tomorrow it's gonna be like 20, which is like way more doable, you know, way more bearable. So that's great. But yeah, that's what's been going on. And so I want to finish What the River Knows. And I want to start Cold Eternity because I think I mentioned that it was one of my anticipated releases and it came out this week on Tuesday. Normally, like I would probably start it tomorrow, like on the train going home. But actually, like my dad has like to come here tomorrow to do like some things like here in the city that I live. So he will actually take me home with him, like when he goes home. So I will not be in the train by myself. I will be with my dad. So I'm obviously not gonna be reading on the way home. So I will, you know, probably start it. I mean, I'll either start it tonight, which I doubt, very unlikely that that will happen. So I'll probably start it tomorrow night, like after I get home. And then on Saturday, I need to film my like intro and outro and stuff for the Red Rising video, which I'm excited about. And I have like some appointments as well, and then I need to edit that, obviously. And apart from that, I don't have any plans. I think I said like no plans at all, nothing. I'm just gonna exist and hopefully relax. And I think it's gonna be raining like all weekend, and then next week like all week. So there's that. And then actually the next 2 weeks, they're gonna be like, we're gonna have holidays like on the Fridays, like both Fridays. So that's very exciting that we have like long weekends, because next Friday is like the, what is it called? Like the Friday before Easter? Good Friday? Is that what it's called? Oh my god, it is Good Friday. I don't know how I know that. And then the like next Friday is like a national holiday for like the like a revolution that like ended a dictatorship. So that's also great. So yeah, very excited for both of those holidays, because I'm gonna be able to hopefully rest, because I've been so tired. Like I'm always tired, let's be honest. I'm always complaining that I'm tired, but like these last few weeks I've been extra tired. So can't wait to hopefully, you know, one day not be tired. That would be great. And yeah, and then like the week after, we have another holiday, which is like Labor Day, which is sadly not on a Friday. It's actually on a Thursday. So, you know, no long weekend. I mean, I could take Friday off, but I don't think I want to do that. I don't think I want to be taking like vacation days already. I want to leave them like to the end of the year, where I will be, you guessed it, more tired. So yeah, but like 3 holidays, like in consecutive weeks. Very excited about that. And yeah, that's it for now. I think that is all that I had to say. Actually, I've been talking for way longer than I expected to talk. And yeah, I'm gonna wash my dishes because they're like right there staring at me. So I'm gonna do that, and maybe I'll read a bit more of What the River Knows. Maybe not, we'll see. Maybe I'll listen to it while I'm washing the dishes. That could be a vibe. So yeah, I'm gonna do all that, and I will talk to you probably on Saturday. Hello. So it is Saturday night because I didn't end up filming like the things that I have to film for tomorrow's video, like today, because I didn't really have time, and so I'm gonna film them like tomorrow and edit tomorrow and do all the things tomorrow, and just leave it for future me to deal with. But I still wanted to like update the weekly vlog today, so I'm here now. It's almost 11, but I'm here, and I'm here with updates because I finished What the River Knows, and honestly I don't really have that much to say about that one because my thoughts remained the same. Like, it was fine. The reveal plot twist thing was not twisty at all. It was very predictable. And I didn't care about the romance at all. I didn't care much about anything. Like, I was interested in the part about, like, the artifacts and, like, history. I like that part. But it was really not. I mean, obviously, like, it was about that, but also it was more just about, the betrayals and, like, Inez's life and, like, her relationships, friendships, familial things. And I wasn't really that invested in any of that. So, yeah, I think I'm gonna give it 3 stars. And it's like a low 3 star, like technically 2.75, but I give it 3 stars on Goodreads, and I think I'm gonna stick with that. And I do not foresee that I will read the sequel ever. So yeah, that's that one. And then last night I started, and I mean, I read 52% of Cold Eternity, which is a sci-fi horror, the one that came out earlier this week, and it was one of my anticipated releases. And in this one, we are following Haley, and she is, like, in the beginning of the book, she is on the run from, like, a political scandal that put a target on her back. And so she's trying to find a job that she can do and, like, lay low, like, where no one will find her. And she finds that job, and basically she has to sort of, like, be in a ship that has a bunch of cryogenically frozen bodies from, like, over a century ago. And, like, it's just kind of abandoned there. Like, it's not functional anymore. Like, the program of, like, the cryo program is not really functioning anymore, but the bodies are, they're there, they're still there. And so she, has to be there. And then she starts hearing, like, weird things. And the guy that hired her has, like, a side business that is pretty shady, but she still thinks that there's more, like, that he's doing that he hasn't told her. So she's trying to figure that out as well. And none of that is really creeping me out. The only thing that is creeping me out is, like, there's, I think, 3 AI hosts, like, from when the program was functioning, but they're, still there at the ship. And one of them is, like, sometimes glitching, and when it talks to Haley, it seems to know more, like, about her than it should. So that's the only part that, like, kind of is creepy to me. But other than that, it's just fine. And I don't care that much about, like, Haley's backstory, like, her personal things. And I don't know if, like, how much that's gonna matter in the end anyway. But it's going fine. Like, everything's going fine. I don't know what's happening. Like, I don't know if I'm the problem, because, like, the last few books I've read were all just fine, like, around 3 stars. So, like, I don't know if I'm the problem or if the books are the problem, because, like, I'm not loving anything, like, out of the last few books that I've read. So, like, I don't know. And, like, I'm not in a reading slump at all. Like, I want to read. I'm just not loving anything. So I don't know what that's about, but I'm not loving it. Like, I'm not hating any book either. I'm just not loving any of them that much. I just don't feel really that much like about any book. I don't know what that's about, but that's what I've read. That's what I'm reading. And like my goal is to actually finish Cold Eternity tonight. It's not that long. I should be able to finish it in like an hour and a half, maybe. So I do still intend on finishing it tonight, hopefully. Let's see if I can do that. And then tomorrow, I will maybe start Akatar. And like, I have been wanting to read the series for a while because, it's so popular, but I'm also scared of reading the series because I'm scared of it being like too romance heavy for me. And yeah, I mean, I am gonna read the whole series, like, regardless. I have all of the books, like, I'm gonna film like me reading these books for sure. Like, I will read all of them eventually. I'm just afraid that I won't love them because, like, I want to love them, but I'm afraid they're gonna be like too heavy on the romance, which is, not really like my thing. It's not my vibe. I would much rather they were like very fantasy heavy. So I'm scared, but I'm also excited because my bestie has read, I think, the first three books. I don't know what is the correct order of words there. So yeah, and she really liked them. So I'm excited, and I'm excited to tell her about like my feelings and thoughts on these books as well. And yeah, I think this is the next book that I'm gonna start. So I will probably actually start it tomorrow, which is crazy because I've had these books for some time and I've been wanting to read them for like even longer. And I'm gonna actually finally start reading like the first of these books tomorrow, which, yeah, I'm excited. I am excited. And so yeah, that's everything in terms of reading. And then today I went to like a new bookstore that opened in like the city near my hometown, and I had to buy something. I wasn't gonna go to like a new bookstore and not buy anything. So I got this book, which is The Fragile Threads of Power. And like, I read the, what is that called? Shades of Magic trilogy, maybe, last year, and I really liked it. It's not like a 5-star series for me, but I still really enjoyed it. And so obviously I want to read this. I think it's also going to be a trilogy, not entirely sure, that is set like in the same world. And how many years later? 7 years later. So yeah, I'm excited to read this book. And yeah, it has sprayed edges, which, like, I'm not a big fan of sprayed edges, but it was honestly the only book I was like really interested in that I found. I obviously didn't, go through the entire bookstore because it was pretty big, but like from the ones that I saw, this was like the only one that was really like calling to me. So I got it regardless. And yeah, I mean, I already bought 3 books this month, but we can definitely ignore that, especially because like I still haven't gotten them. They still haven't been delivered to me. So they don't count, right? Right. So yeah, that's that. And then I also bought a Funko Pop because at the grocery store, randomly, there were Funko Pops. And there was a Funko Pop of Iron Man. And like, look how beautiful. And like, I love Iron Man. He's definitely my favorite Marvel character. I am absolutely obsessed with him. I already have like another Iron Man here. I got this in like an Easter egg, like chocolate Easter egg, those like big ones. When I was a kid. But yeah, I have him and I love him. And now I have 2 Iron Mans and they were standing like side by side. And I love them. And yeah, those were my purchases of the day. And I am very happy with both of them. And yeah, that's everything I think that happened today and that happened since I last talked to you. And yeah, that's it. That's everything. So, like I said, I'm gonna try to finish Cool Eternity tonight, and then I'm gonna film like the things that I have to film for like the Red Rising video tomorrow. I'm gonna edit the video and upload it tomorrow as well, and then I'm gonna start this, and I will talk to you again on Monday to wrap up this vlog. So it's Monday. I'm here to wrap up this vlog, and honestly, I don't know exactly where I was the last time I talked to you. Like, I think I was halfway through Cold Eternity, but since I filmed like other clips for other videos, for another video, singular, talking about the end of Cold Eternity, I don't know if I had already finished it when I talked to you, but I don't think that I had. I don't know, but I did finish it, eventually. I finished it on Saturday night, but I did talk to you on Saturday night. That's why I'm confused. I don't know if it was before or after, but I'm gonna assume it was after. So I finished Cold Eternity, and honestly, my thoughts remained kind of the same. Like, I did think that the second half had some more like creepy scenes when we found out like what was really in the ship, like making all the noises. And we saw our main character trying to, having to like survive the circumstances she was in and having to like fight for her life. So like I did like those scenes. They were a little creepier, a little scarier, and the like her past, her personal issues did like have significance in the end. Like that whole came together, like it was all important and like sort of relevant to the plot and like to the resolution, but it was just okay. And I don't know if I mentioned this in this video or in another video or in both videos, but lately, like all of the books that I've been reading, except for the book that were burned, which was 4 stars, like everything else that I've been reading has been like 3 stars or like 3.5, and I haven't been loving anything. And I don't know if I'm the problem or like if the books are the problem or like my taste for this book specifically. I don't know what the issue is. Like, I don't know if I'm in a weird mood. I don't know, but I'm not loving anything. And Cold Eternity, I think I'm also gonna give 3 stars. So, yeah, that's that book. And then last night, I did start A Court of Thorns and Roses, but I only read 46 pages. Because honestly, I just wanted to start it to say that I had started. Because I wasn't really like in a huge reading mood last night. I was like really tired, but I was like, I'm gonna start this book. And so I started, and I read 5 chapters, which was 46 pages. And obviously I don't have much to say yet. We just have like the initial premise, which is like we are following the main character called Farah, and she, in the beginning of the book, she kills a wolf in the woods, and then a fae comes like to her house to avenge his friend, because the wolf that she killed was actually fae, not an actual wolf. And he will either kill her or take her with him to like his land. And she decides to go, and that is literally all that I've read, which seems like just the initial premise of the book, or probably not even the whole premise. And like I've heard a lot of people talk about this book or like this series in general, but actually I don't remember any of what I've heard like in terms of the plot. I just know spoilers for the romance, but also I don't really care. So yeah, I know what's gonna happen in terms of romance, like in this book and then in the next books, or at least like in the next book. And yeah, that's all I know. Like in terms of the plot, like fantasy part of the plot, I know nothing, really. I just knew that there were fae, and that's it. So yeah, like I'm liking it, but I read 40 pages, so not that much to tell you. And yeah, that is it. That is everything. And after I talked to you last, I don't think I ended up doing much. Like, on Sunday, I don't think I did anything. I like had lunch. No, I didn't have lunch at my grandma's house. I had dinner at my grandma's house on Saturday. So not even that. So yeah, I didn't really do anything. Just, the things they usually do on Sundays, which is like going grocery shopping and then like coming back to my place and reading, watching YouTube, sometimes writing. And that was it. That was all that I did. And I think there was something that I forgot to mention that I learned last week, which was that I'm gonna give 2 classes, which I am so not looking forward to. I mean, there are like lab classes and not theory classes, which would be so much worse. But I still don't like teaching, and I'm not looking forward to it. And one of them is next week, and the other is in like the middle of May, I think. But yeah, I'm not very excited. Like I don't have to really prepare anything because like it's stuff that I do in the lab like on a weekly basis. So, you know, I know what I have to do, what I have to teach, but I don't want to do it. I don't like to do it. It's not fun. But yeah, that's it. That is all that has happened. That is all that I have read. And so to wrap this reading vlog up, this week I finished What the River Knows. I finished Red Rising, I read Cold Eternity, and I started Akatar. And that was 984 pages, which is just shy of 1,000, but I'm still very happy with that amount of pages. That is still a very good amount of pages, at least for me. And yeah, that is everything for this weekly reading vlog. So thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you have enjoyed it. And if you did, give it a like and subscribe. And I will talk to you next time. Bye!